Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today in this video, I'm going to share with you a commonly used study design which is known as a case control study. Now, what I'm going to discuss in this video is the case control study design, the sampling techniques which we use in case control study design, the advantages and disadvantages of this particular study design. Now, a case control study design. As the name suggests, it revolves around two main groups. One is known as cases and the other one is known as controls. Cases are those individuals who have disease, and the controls are those individuals who do not have that particular disease, and they represent the general population. In a case control study design, the sampling is basically done based on the outcome or the disease. So, cases are selected from usually hospitals where individuals already diagnosed with the disease or those who are newly diagnosed when they reach hospital. So they are selected as the cases in this study design. Controls, on the other hand, selected from the general population. It can be selected from household of the cases, neighborhoods of the cases, or even friends of the cases. The key point is that controls need to mirror the general population's exposure level for the factors we are investigating or for those exposure which we are trying to relate with these outcomes. In terms of advantages and disadvantages of a case control study design, one of the key advantage of a case control study design is that it can study the rare outcomes. The other advantage of a case control study design is that it can relate multiple risk factors or multiple etiologies in the past with a current disease status. And on top of that, case control study design is a relatively quick and inexpensive study design. As far as the key problem which most researchers face is the selection of control group in a case control study design. And most case control study design get biased because of the poor selection of the control group in the study. And this type of bias or this type of error is known as a selection bias. The other common problem in a case control study design is a recall bias because individuals in the case control study have to recall all the exposure which occurred in the past. There can be error in the recalling. So this type of error in the case control study leads to a mistaken result, which is known as a recall bias. So this is a brief video where we have discussed the sampling design as well as the advantages and disadvantages of a case control study design. Thank you so very much.